Hey everybody, welcome to Manifest It, our favorite day of the week, Sunday. Yay! I'm Jill Hoyrup, your host, psychic healer. I love helping you tap into your own intuition. I got so good with my intuition that I used it to move from Seattle to Belize 5 years ago, and the personal power that comes from really tapping into and using your inner guidance is something that just cannot be compared to anything. It's so amazing. So, whoops, I'm bumping my desk. Hi, Esther, darling. So, I just really encourage everybody to tap into their intuition. So, what we're doing today is called Manifest It. We're taking our intentions and we are doing an energetic activation to basically supercharge those intentions and really make them come to life, okay? We're also starting our book club today. It is called Pam Grout's E Squared book, and it's all about co-creating with the universe, really getting that proof of the fact that your thoughts do create your reality. So there's 9 experiments that we're going to do in this book. I just started reading it again. I think I only made it through the first 2 experiments last time I started the book a couple years ago. So I'm really excited that we're going to do this together. And if you want to join in the fun of that, we are over in the Ignite Your Intuition group. So just do a hashtag in Facebook and you'll find us, or you can go to the group section on the Jill Hoyrup page. And Josh, man, so good to see you. I don't know why I feel like I need to wave to you. We're over there. So we're going to start today at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK. Sorry, Esther will be asleep at 2:45 a.m. Nepal. And hopefully the Australians can join us 8 a.m. Monday morning AEST. So that is the little blip about that. And I would love an energy exchange. If you're into that, you can like the page, share the video, and I should tell you how to spell my name in case you want to know. Okay, awesome. So let's get back to our manifesting and just really start tapping into what is it that we want to create. And it can be for this week, it can be for the month, it could be in general something. So let's get going. And after we're done with the manifesting, we will go ahead and do, I'm kind of feeling like doing psychic readings today. So if you have any kind of general question in general, like life or intuition and or things happening that you want some insight on. Otherwise, we can go ahead and do some psychic readings. So, okay, awesome. Hey, Marie, welcome. Okay, guys, so let's start. We're just doing a basic, I was just reading, hi, Carmelie. I was just reading, my Elizabeth Peru report, and we're halfway through Mercury retrograde now. It was really kind of interesting because I just sent out my March energy report, and as I was reading the last few days of the Elizabeth Peru, I was like, wow, that just sounds like what I was just talking about. So I'm really glad that the energies are coming through for everybody in a similar way. So I'll post that tomorrow for us in case you want to read it. But the gist about it is, and I keep hearing like the phrase, like there's a spring in your step. So there's this, for me, there's this sense of a lot lighter energy coming in right now. And I keep getting this also on my client sessions. Just the possibilities are endless right now, you guys. There's infinite possibilities for us for what you want to create in your life. So start thinking outside that box. Start thinking outside where you think you should be or what you think should or is happening. Forget all of that and really step inside yourself and step outside the box. There is no box. And start really tuning into what it is you want to create in your life. And then we'll be creating it here and through the E Squared book that we're going to read. So something to think about. Okay, hi Antoinette. I think you're new, huh? And Melody, welcome. Awesome. So let's go ahead and start tapping into your intention. So if you want to drop your intention in the comments, you don't have to share. If you want to, that's great. There is a a group consciousness here, a group vibe, and a support that we have for each other every week. So you'll notice that. And let's just see what we get as we start heading into this intention energy. We're bringing in the Zap It Up energy right now. And so you may be feeling it. I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting filled up. So you might be feeling the same or something different. I'm a big pusher of hydration, so going to hydrate. Good morning, Linda. Yay, hopefully 9:00 a.m. is better for you. Lena, we're at our new time. We're at our new time today, so everybody can let me know how they're liking it. Can you tell I'm cold today? Again, it's been chilly lately. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Estha's working on new love. Yep, I like it, I like it. Tingles for Josh. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to do a quick little check-in for all of us on our intentions that we're setting. Do a quick congruence, right? We want to make sure that it's congruent within yourself. So you might think that you want something, it might be a should actually, or an old belief from growing up. Maybe you really want something a little bit different. So everybody's feeling very congruent. Linda's intention is health and well-being. Lena's working on financial abundance. Linda likes 9 a.m. Hi, Sloan. Working on putting out my new photo project. Awesome. Okay. So let's see here. Our first step is to actually ignite the intention. Okay, so we're going to energetically kind of light a fire under your intention and get it going. So I see this. If you follow Abraham Hicks, they talk about the rockets of desire and sending out your rockets of desire. So ever since we started doing this back in June, I've been seeing myself literally like light a match under your intention, obviously energetically and symbolically, right? So we're getting that intention lit up and ignited and ready to go. So you may want to picture that or something else or nothing at all, which is all completely fine. As we go through this process, whatever you see is perfect for you. And just share it in the comments what you're seeing, what you're getting, what you're feeling. And that's why I share what I'm getting in case it matches for you guys. If not, you'll have something else. Wait, Carmelie, are you intentioning love or are you just saying love, love, love about something else? I don't want to get us confused. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just closing my eyes so I can concentrate and not be distracted by either myself or the comments. Couple deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth for me. It's going to connect us up together, connect you to yourself, kind of reshift us a little bit, if you will. All right, everybody's intention is nice. If you're not sharing it, that's perfectly fine. When I tap in energetically, I'm not trying to see what it is. I'm just making sure that there's congruence and alignment and that you got it and that we're going forward with it. So I just want to do a quick little check-in on everybody's, right, as we go. Okay. Awesome. So after we ignite this rocket of desire intention, it's literally going to take off into the universe. Okay, so you can maybe see the fire coming down, the exhaust of the rocket, and then it shoots off into the universe. Okay, Mark Harmony, thanks. I just wanted to make sure. Bringing in love. Well, I didn't know if you were saying like you were happy about the time change or whatever. So just want to make sure. Okay. I love it. I love the love. Okay. So, doing a quick little check-in on everybody. Awesome. So, next step is to expand it. So, there it is, your rocket of desire, your intention out in the universe, floating around. And we're going to take that rocket, or however you want to picture it, your intention, and we're expanding it, we're making it big. And the way this works energetically is whatever you need. So whatever size that you need it to be is what's happening. This is all totally individual. For some of the parts of this is really individualized. So we just set the intention energetically that it's for whatever's in your best and highest good, right? So you'll hear me say like, well, whatever. I'm not saying like whatever, but I'm saying whatever is best for you. So that leaves it open, right? That leaves it open for everything to connect up for your best and highest good, okay? So we're doing that now, expanding it, expanding it. Very nice. And you might feel that. You might feel, I actually sometimes, like, I feel like I need to sit up straighter and like, I feel like being open, like letting it expand. Let me know how you're feeling this if you are feeling anything. Yes. Okay, so I'm just kind of watching them all expand. Perfect. To me today, the energy feels really congruent. It feels lighter but more solid, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's simply because I was talking about the March energy report, and I'm feeling like things are lighter now. I feel like we've turned some kind of a corner. The further we get away from 2019, where things felt really heavy, a lot of shadow work, a lot of healing being done, just kind of a lot of traumas and upsets and big things happening in people's lives. Like now I feel like we are moving past that. So there's this real sense of calmness and lightness, but solidness too. Like I talked a lot about also building the foundation now, planting those seeds, building this foundation for us to move forward in the rest of 2020. And again, I'll be posting that report. If you're not on the newsletter, I'll be posting it tomorrow on the page, so you can watch for that. A couple more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And if I'm missing any comments, I'm sorry. I'm actually not seeing any right now. So for whatever that's worth. And I'm back on my old program, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm really liking the old program. Okay. So the third step is we've ignited, we've expanded, and now we're going to magnify. So we've taken that expanded intention, and what's been coming through is it literally blows up. So it blows up into many, many pieces, which then continue going out and floating out into the universe. So what happens with these pieces is they attract whatever is needed, people, situations, experiences, what have you. They are attracting what they need in order to bring you that intention, in order to manifest that intention for you. That makes sense. Carmelie says, yes, she gets that. Feel more solid now since my move, but also lighter. Good. Yeah. Well, and I think for you too, Carmelie, there is that shift with you being in a new location, a new old location. And you'll have to tell me how it's feeling to you, because you aren't the same as when you lived there before. We know that, right? And the whole energy dynamic that you have with that place is different because of the changes the place has gone through as well. So I'd be really curious as you keep going forward how it continues to feel for you, and if it shifts and morphs at all in that feeling. Yeah. Alrighty. So let's finish up the Magnify process, where literally everything's being blown up in a good way for your best and highest good, right? So the reason why they do it this way, why I've been seeing them blow up, is so there's more chances of that intention getting fulfilled and manifested, because if there's more pieces of it out, able to connect with other same frequency or same vibration or like attracts like, anything in that realm, it's then going to bring it to you in a different way. And the goal, of course, is faster, right? So a little plug for the book club book we're starting. I was reading the preface this today. Sorry, I got my little Kindle right here. I don't know as if you're going to see the name of the book. Pam Grout's E Squared. And we're going to have our first call at 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK, 8 a.m. Monday morning Australia time. So hopefully you're going to join us. We'll be in the Ignite Your Intuition group. So just do a hashtag Ignite Your Intuition and you'll find us. We're going to have we're going to do a video call like this, except you guys are going to be able to be on the call with me. And we're trying out my new video conferencing. So that'll be fun to be able to talk to each other, right? In real time. And then from there, we will do our assignments in the book. There's 9 chapters of basically seeing how your thoughts create your reality. So we're going to be getting proof, she says. We're getting proof in these experiments as we do them, okay? And it's going to be fun because we have fun. So just keep that in mind if you want to join us. There's still time. Carmelie says, yeah, it seems like the vibe here now is fun. Oh, good. I've done more here in a month than I did in the last 3 years. It's hanging out with friends and enjoying myself. Awesome. Isn't that amazing? How I kind of feel that way here a little bit. Like I just went to a ladies' lunch and met a bunch of really neat people on Friday and like hit it off with one of them. So we went off and had more drinks, and I don't know, it was just really different from Belize. So it was nice. Hi, Seema, welcome. Good to see you. All right, so let's close the loop on this. Let's not leave us hanging with our process here. Awesome. Okay. A couple more deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth for me. Is everybody liking how much faster we're going with the process? Let me know, because we've been doing it for about a month now at the faster speed with the Q&A afterwards or the readings afterwards. So I'm just going to see how you like it. I don't know why it ever did get so long. I guess because of all the energy we kept pulling in and feeling it. And I guess I was describing it so much it took a long time. So we don't need to ever go that long. This is a very fast. We could literally do the Zap It Up, in the snap of a finger, but I like to kind of go through a little bit of the process of the stages, right? So would love some feedback on that. And then if you are ready to start the second phase, so either a Q&A and or if you would like some guidance on a question, I will tune in psychically and give you some guidance. Just note that intuition is for in this moment. So really the future questions, so much can change based on what you are creating in your life, your decisions, the people you run across, all of that stuff. Future, what's going to happen in my future, you are in charge of your future. Like we're going to be reading in the Pam Grout book. You really do create your reality. So just be really specific with your question, what you want, what you would like some insight on. Oh, good. Esther's liking it. Susan likes it faster. Linda likes it faster. Faster is better. Okay, good. Yeah, good. And I feel better too going faster because I don't know. Today just feels really light and like a good flow. So indeed. What else was I going to say about the book? So is there anybody on the live right now that is coming that I didn't tag in the post? I don't know if you were going to read the book with us, Susan, or not. I know I got you, Linda. And I don't know if Gay was going to do it, but I don't see her today. So in any case, oh, and Carmelie, you were tagged in the post. So there's a post, or Lena, I didn't know if you were. So I've tagged you guys in the post, the ones that I knew had gotten the book and were going to do it. So just so you know, we're doing a live at 4 p.m. Eastern. Not a live, sorry. We're doing an actual conference call online. So all you should have to do is click the link that's noted in the group and join in. So, hi Sloan, great. So yes, if you are wanting to join and you don't know what I'm talking about exactly, you can find the Ignite Your Intuition group through this page that you're on right now, watching this video. There's a group section, and I did also just post about it. You need to join that group, and then there's an announcement pinned to the top of the page that is about joining the live call at 4. And if you haven't gotten the book yet, it's called Pam Grout E Squared. So you can grab the book from Amazon or your library or whatever. And oh, Sloan, I remember you now. I see your picture. Yay. I'm so glad you joined in. Okay, cool. Linda says, when you're starting out with a technique, it always takes longer because you need to tweak it over time. That's true. Actually, Linda, that's true. And, you know, I'd only done the Zap It Up for friends or in my client sessions. So doing it as a live, I don't know. Sometimes I am not a huge fan of watching like hour-long lives. Are you guys? Like, so for me, I don't know. And they were going like 45 minutes and an hour. So it's kind of funny. It's almost like we don't know what to do with ourselves now that we're done so early, right? But I love it. Oh, maybe you weren't tagged. Anyway, Carmelie, it's in the Ignite group. Oh, good. You have the book, Sloan. Okay, awesome. So we'll see you there. And so today's phone call, you guys, is just going to be like a check-in. I'm actually trying to read. I'm reading right now. I'm going to have it read before. I'm going to go ahead and read through chapter 1 so I kind of know what we're talking about, because each chapter in the book is an experiment. Is you actually do something to co-create and work with the universe to realize and learn that the universe is listening to you. So I figure we will do a little check-in maybe every 2 or 3 days, every 3 days, in order for us to read the book, read the chapter, do the assignment. Anyway, we're going to talk about all this at 4 o'clock, so Eastern. Okay, Sloan has a question. Any insight on next steps for the future self-activation photos of visual spells? So this is something you're doing for your business, I take it. So next steps for the future self-activation photos, visual spells. Oh, So I'm seeing an outline. So I don't know if you actually already have an outline and you're following. I know you're asking for the next steps though, but what I'm seeing for you, Sloan, is there's a little bit about clarity in here for you too, of I don't know if you're, I was going to say work backwards from where you want to be, but that's not, I'm changing my mind on that. That's not what I want to say to you. I feel like it's more about becoming really clear on the outcome or the result that you're giving people by doing this future self activation photos. So how I am literally seeing an outline though, so I don't know if you have like a step 1, a step 2, a step 3 going on with this process, with this thing that you're creating. So I do want you to tap into and make sure this is in your copy, is what are they getting? What is the result they're going to get from this? I feel like the outline is more for you, for how to do a step 1, a step 2. What is your process going to be for doing this or giving this? Does any of that make sense? Because I feel like I'm missing something. Or maybe you're missing something in the step-by-step process for them to do. I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, so that might be part of my confusion. Esther's asking if anything, all of it makes sense? Okay, good. So the bottom line then for you, Sloan, is more clarity around what you are giving and what they are getting, and maybe the step-by-step process for yourself to follow with what you're doing. And I'm getting a hit on pricing. Tweak the pricing. Needs to be higher than you have it. Esther's asking, anything new will happen in my life in the next 6 months? There you go. So yeah, Sloan says I've created the work intuitively, but I need the outline of process. Yeah. Okay, Esther darling. So for your next 6 months, so we've talked about you moving, right? We've seen you moving. And so I don't know. What I'm hearing for you is, are you taking action steps? What additional or what new action steps could you take? So go with what I was talking about a little bit earlier, right? And what's in the March newsletter of stepping outside the box. There is no box. We just put ourselves in a box based on our life, our thoughts, our beliefs, our shoulds, our growing up, all of that stuff. So I don't know, for you, I really feel like it's time to step out of that box. It's time to really feel into the possibilities that you could have for yourself, that you want to create for yourself, and just start owning it. And you've already done that with what we talked about on Messenger a little bit, right? You've already done that with some things with relationships. So the more you take those steps into personal power and into speaking your truth and into, the line is drawn here. I'm not doing it this way anymore. I'm not doing it the old way. And then it's gone. Does that make sense? So I don't know. I get the feeling that you could really, it's time to take a little more conscious effort and action into what you're creating in your life. Okay, you're welcome, Sloan. Good. Exactly what you need to do. Awesome. Well, good, because I was like, I don't know. I struggled with that one a little bit. Okay, Susan. Susan's asking, is it possible to set the same intention too many times? Meaning like that it's a bad thing, or I'm getting a no to that. I don't feel like it is, and here's why. Each time you come at that same intention, you're coming at it, like say if you want to take these Sunday calls, right? So you've had a whole week to change and think some different things and maybe see things differently. So if you come today, I don't know if you did the job thing again or not, but like you're coming with more information, right? You just did a question in the divine group and it was like, oh, here's what I see. Like I felt like things had shifted. So, and you and I talked about like, oh, it's shifted since the last session we had and whatever. So does that make sense? I feel like we are always evolving. So we're never going to come at the intention in the same way that we did before. How do you guys feel about that? That's a good discussion question. Carmelie's asking, can you pick up on who is bringing the cigarette smell in my car? It's only when I'm driving, hardly ever in the house. Are you secretly smoking, Carmelie? No, I know you're not. It feels like a male spirit. I was gonna say, I feel like he's kind of intrigued with you, and do you feel it in your house at all? Not the smell. Do you feel a sense of I feel like he has something to do with the property or the house that you're in, and he's really intrigued by you and he wants to like follow you around. So he goes with you. I like see him in the back seat lighting up and like he's acting like you're his chauffeur. Like he's funny. He's a funny guy. So if you haven't already, try talking to him because I feel like he's a character. Esther says, yes, that makes sense. Good. I'm gonna check that off now. Okay, Lena's saying, will this next move be the last for a while? Yes, but didn't I get that last time, Lena? What is going on? They're trying to put me in Indian housing. Yeah, I do feel like it will be the last one for you. I feel like your other last one would have been good if your friend hadn't freaked out. So how about you do this when you get there? Do a grounding. Do you know where you're going yet? So I'm getting for you to do a grounding meditation. Ground yourself now, today. And when you get to the place, ground yourself. And you can also ground yourself kind of, if you want to picture the roots of the dwelling that you're in, then ground yourself, tap, when you, let's see, how do I want to do this? When you ground yourself, I don't know how you do it, but you want to take yourself down into the root of the earth, right? The core center of the earth. How I like to do grounding. So when you're taking your energy down, taking the energy down into the core of the earth, and then you pull the earth's energy back up through the bottom of your feet. Imagine that earth's energy is intermingling with the house dwelling energy. And let's kind of ground you more into where you're actually living too. Also, I'm hearing for you to do a little house blessing and make it yours, and do an intention setting that it will serve your best and highest good while you're living there. I do kind of now get the hit that you're going to outgrow it though, but that's all going to be in kind of in process with this, finances improving and that kind of thing. Does that make sense? How does that feel? Okay. Linda's asking, will Adelaide house be sold before or after we move? Oh, it's funny because I read that and I was getting a yes. I'm like, well, wait a minute, that doesn't answer the question. However, I saw it in my head. I'm getting after you move. I feel like you were going, have there been people looking? I don't even feel like that matters though. I have always gotten the sense you would move first, and I feel like it might be a little abrupt because I feel like, are you guys done planning with money and stuff? Because I feel like when you found it, you could actually move now. Susan says, thank you, very helpful. I've heard you're supposed to set an intention and step away and let it happen. But I like, well, and that's part of it too, right? Is you set your intention and then you forget about it, and you don't worry about it, and you just let it go, and you don't worry about the how and all of that stuff, which is true. That part is very true. Yeah, I do feel like that answer just channeled in though for you, Susan, by the way. Because I probably would have, like, now that I'm tuning in a little bit differently, like thinking about this part of it, stepping away and letting it happen, because I think we have the chance to renew our intention every week. Like, this is almost like Sunday service, right? Haha. But like, right? Sunday, going to church is like, oh, let's renew our commitment to the Lord or to the church or to the commandments or to whatever, right? So I don't know, we can recommit because maybe we want to tweak it. Lena and I, we went through and Lena was working on finances all this time. And then I'm like, let's change how that sounds. Like just some tweaks of the words could even make a change, right? Hi, Callie, good morning. Welcome. Oh, so it's just somebody with, okay, Carmelie says this has been going on for years. I just can't, I'm not getting it's one of your guides, oddly. That is so interesting. Well, it's not a guide, but it's definitely somebody that's with you. I'm counting back 5 houses ago. I don't know if that's when it started. Lena's feeling it's not going to be a forever home. Oh, Susan, I meant when we were checking in on the job the other day, was getting a yes to the job, but I was talking about how, what I was referring to, I should say, is how things shifted after the session, right? Things shifted with that job. So I was getting a no to the contract position, but a yes to the full-time real position, for lack of a better way to call it. So that's how quickly things can shift, right? Linda says people have been showing up to look at the house she's living in that's for sale. Okay, we know what we want, but haven't found anything that ticks off most of our boxes yet. Okay. Well, open that up a little bit, Linda. So here's your little restricted box of income. Blow that up. Let's do that right now. Who else wants a blown up income box that they've been living in? I know you do, Lena. I'm going to assume. So let's do a quick little blow up of our boxes, our financial boxes, okay? Our financial limitations. So if you aren't already visualizing daily money coming to you, start doing that. I'm talking to everybody. So from the moment you wake up, you're seeing a trail of money into the bathroom. And if you go to your car, you're seeing money that you have to like scoop up off your windshield and put on the front seat next to you. And it's just coming out of nowhere. If you have an animal, there's money in its collar as it comes to give you little licks or barks or pets or whatever. And you're seeing it. So you're just making up the most ridiculous ways you're going to get money. There it is. The bathtub is filled with money. So you're just getting yourself into that, like, holy cow, and like, this is nuts. And you're going to message me and say, you're right, there was money in the wheelbarrow outside the front door. Like, I don't know, make it up and start shifting that, your current beliefs and expectation about money. So I have a story about this. So you guys know I've been struggling since the tooth infection. So here I am getting, back into it. I'm still struggling with energy levels, blah, blah. And I've started going on to the psychic hotlines more. And I'd been a part of the psychic hotlines for a while, but I hadn't really been using them. So I started using them and I was amazed because I was seeing myself, like, you get paid every week. And so I'm not on there for very long. I'm like, not every day and not for hours and hours. And so these few calls that I've had, it was really weird. It took it totally shifted my confidence and my ability in myself to like make money again. And I could see I could sense the shift the other day. I was like, wow, now I'm actually like, I'm kind of feeling like I'm abundant again, right? And it's not all that much, but it's the concept of, it took me over that little ceiling that I had been making for the past few months, going, oh, I've got to get over this amount. Like, where's the money? And it was just that little bit there. Does that make sense? So I've already done it, but we've blown up these boxes that we think we're in. So before the tooth infection, I'm making money up here, and then it dropped pretty much to zero. And then it's slowly been working its way back up. So you guys, the point is, get yourself into the new energy, get yourself into the energy of seeing money just coming to you. So that little shift that happened for me, and I haven't even been doing my own energy work on it, right? Shame. So I'm just trying to give you an example of how to shift that. So you're just going to start noticing. I didn't even realize that it happened. This had happened until 2 weeks after I'd been doing the calls and making them, and I was like, wait a minute. And then I got a couple new clients, and then some other things happened, and I was like, oh my goodness, things are shifting. Like I am now more in alignment with making more money. Does that make sense? Hey, Brenda, welcome. Yes, Susan. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. Did not mean to freak you out. Did your dad smoke Carmelie? I'm like, 5 houses back would have been your mom's house. Is it your dad or family member? I'm getting a yes to your dad, but I don't know. You're gonna have to tell me if he smokes. Did he take up smoking in the afterlife? Isn't that weird? Or a grandpa? Definitely feels like a male. Is anybody else getting a hit on Carmelie's smoking car ride passenger? So next time you smell that cigarette, you should ask, who is this? and see what happens. I'm going to wind it down now, you guys, in case anybody has one last question, because I have a session coming up next. And then I'm going to read the rest of my E squared up to chapter 1, and then I'm going to see all of you in the Ignite Your Intuition group, well, in the link to do the Clubhouse call, where we start talking about the book and how we want to do it. So we probably won't do a live every couple days, but we'll do a check-in. We'll do a live at least once a week, is what I'm thinking, but we'll talk about it. And then every chapter we'll do a post so everybody could talk about it. Or maybe we will do a live every 3 days to talk about it, because maybe that would be fun. We can decide. Esther is saying abundance is drawn to my every action. I love that. Yes, why not? You're not doing anything else. You're going to sit there and visualize your money and how good that feels. Esther, if you're not visualizing your iPhone, then that'll be something to add to your visualization. When you wake up in the morning, you're visualizing yourself leaning over and picking up your iPhone to see if you have a message, right? Carmelie's dad smoked before I was born. I've been struggling between it being my dad and it being his dad, my grandma. Yeah. I get a yes to your dad and a no to your grandfather. But Brenda says, I'm so happy I caught the last bit about finding money and silliness. I absolutely know that is a perfect way to manifest. Yes. So it's what I learned when I first started doing matrix energetics in 2003. It's like the wackier that you like do the healing, the more you get out of your mind. And this, I'm going to call it a mind box, like the way you normally think about things, which was huge for me because I'm such a thinker. The more you make it wacky, the better the results were. And when we were doing the energy healing for the first time, especially for somebody like, I have to follow a to-do list and I have to check all the boxes and do it right. And it was like, no, allow for the play, allow for the goofy, the silly, the like crazy, the unimaginable, right? And so it's easy to do with money. I love it with money. This is part of a manifesting visualization group like that I was taking part in last year. Oops. My alarm that I have to go. It's my alarm. Get off. Yeah, do that with the iPhone. Linda says, Karma Lee, I found that guides will do anything to get your attention. No, that is true. That is true. Okay, you guys, this was super fun. I'm so glad we had the newbies joining every week, every Sunday at this time. So I will see you on the call at 4 o'clock, just in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. I can't wait. I'm really excited to read this book with you guys. I started it with my girlfriend a couple years ago and we all fell off the wagon. So I'm really, really excited to do this together. I think there's going to be big power and big things happening. And just from the little preface and intro that I was reading in the book before we started this live, just to get back to knowing that our thoughts really do create our reality. That is probably going to be our biggest lesson from this book. So for those of you who kind of think, yeah, I don't really think it does, well, I guess we're going to get the proof as we go through these exercises. So yay! You're welcome, Carmelie. Well, I think that's why you got the smoking smell, is so that you could confirm it. Yeah, he's probably like, darn you, kid, I have to quit smoking now. You're welcome, Susan. You're welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And I will see you in a few hours. Otherwise, I'll see you next week right here. Okay, bye.